but that should be clearing by 9 or 10 o'clock. So any mist and fog disappears, and then many central and eastern areas do have a fine spring day. But in the west, the cloud spills in, bringing outbreaks of rain to first Devon and Cornwall, then spreading up the western side of Wales and eventually perhaps into parts of Northern Ireland, maybe even into southwest Scotland, where we've got the cloud and the wind picking up as well with the rain. Temperatures just 10 degrees. Still, that's around about the average for the time of year. Further east, well, it'll feel quite warm at 12 or 13 Celsius. Now, that rain lingers across western areas through the course of Tuesday night, but it's going to steer clear, I think, of London, so it should be dry for the Hammers against Wolves at Upton Park. Quite a mild night as well. Coverage of the Premier League on 5 Live. Now, to go through Wednesday, we've still got that zone of rain in many western areas. Persistent rain here, could be heavy at times as well. The rain more showery in the east, but there will still be some showers. But look at those temperatures, might be up to 15 degrees Celsius. So quite a warm day on Wednesday. Temperatures still above average on Thursday. We may get some more heavier bursts of rain just threatening the southeast. Some wet weather in Scotland, 1 or 2 scattered showers elsewhere, but still some dry and some bright conditions, and temperatures remaining in the mid-teens. Plenty more information, as always, online. Goodbye.
This morning, the mausoleum where Presley's body will lie was literally surrounded by flowers.
At the Berlin Wall, which for years has been the most potent symbol of the division of Europe.
Nelson Mandela has been released from jail and is making his first public speech in 27 years.
In this election, at this defining moment, change has come to America.
The BBC News website is available on your mobile.
British Airways shows no sign of blinking as the first cabin crew strike comes to an end. The airline cancelled a third of its flights today, and the next strike looms, but union calls for fresh talks appear to be falling on deaf ears.
The strategy that the company is saying is the finest strategy they've ever put in place are the economics of the madhouse. It's a strategy of lunatics being driven by lunatics.
Also on tonight's programme, no government inquiry into lobbying claims the Prime Minister rejects calls for Stephen Byers to be investigated. Now the Conservative leader has more than an election to contend with. His wife, Samantha, is pregnant. Up for grabs, 10 million tickets for the London Olympics. Organisers insist most will go to the general public.
Oh my God, he's won the title back at 32!
And the voice of boxing, Harry Carpenter, has died at the age of 84.
And later in the hour, I'll have all the rest of the sport, including the Chief Executive of the Football Association, Ian Watmore, has resigned after just 13 months. Treisman says he's tendered his resignation on Friday.
Good evening. Welcome to the BBC News at 6. British Airways is showing no sign of caving into its cabin crew as their first strike comes to an end tonight. The airline has been forced to cancel about a third of its flights today, but they say their contingency plans have been extremely successful. The strike has cost them £21 million so far. Another is due to begin on Saturday. The union has called for fresh talks with management, but they say the silence has been deafening. Here's John Moylan.
Monday morning at Heathrow Airport, one of the busiest in the world. But as day 3 of the strike began, its impact was plain to see. We counted around 40 BA planes parked up and apparently going nowhere. The cost to the company, an estimated £7 million a day. Nearby, hundreds gathered for a rally of union members. Many were directing their anger at the airline's chief executive, Willie Walsh. Cabin crew voted overwhelmingly for strike action after BA imposed staffing changes in November. Negotiations on cutting costs broke down last week, and today the union was pointing the finger of blame.
Right now, we've got an employer who have imposed changes over and above your heads. We've got an employer who wants to beat you and this union into submission.